And welcome, Hoosier Nation, to another edition of the Hoosier Sound-Off, recorded on Monday morning, April 29th, 2019. I'm your host, Noah Freeman, and I'm here for your quick roundup of IU sports news. Let's start with the men's tennis Big Ten tournament this weekend. The number 5 Hoosiers won their first matchup against number 12 Michigan State 4-0. They faced off against number 4 Michigan in the second round, losing 4-1 last Friday. For the men's golf team, the team posted their best Big Ten finish since 2013, tied for 7th. And of course, in case you haven't heard, the 23rd ranked baseball team had a wild weekend. They had their 7th straight series victory against Minnesota, winning 2-1. But that was not the news of the weekend. The news came from Saturday's game in mid-afternoon. Indiana was down 6-4 going into the bottom of the 9th inning. 2 outs, 3-2 pitch count, 2 runners on base, literally the last chance to stay alive in that game. Matt Lloyd crushed the full pitch count for a 3-run walk-off home run to cap off the comeback win. They will continue their hot streak this weekend, graduation weekend, at Illinois. To start the women's sports, the women's water polo team lost in their final match of the 2019 season this past weekend, falling to number 10 Arizona State. A rough year for the women's water polo team, but in 3 seasons as the head coach at Indiana, head coach Ryan Castle now holds a 52-36 overall record at IU. Update from the women's tennis Big Ten tournament. The number 7 Lady Hoosiers fell in their first matchup against number 10 Iowa 4-2. The Hoosiers finished the season 16-11 overall and 6-5 in conference play. The 6-5 conference play is the first time they have finished above 500 in the league since the 2014-2015 season. The women's rowing team, ranked 16th in the country, finished the Longhorn Invitational this past weekend, finishing in 4th place. The softball team won the series against Rutgers this past weekend 2-1. They are still below 500 in conference play at 8-2, but their overall record is 33-19. And finally, the NFL draft took place this past weekend, and there was some good news and some alright news for the Hoosiers finding pro teams. There was only one Hoosier selected in this year's draft, and that was offensive lineman Wes Martin, who was selected by the Washington Redskins in the 4th round as the 131st overall pick. Martin is the 13th Hoosier to be selected by the Skins and the first since Nate Sudfeld in 2016. He is the 3rd Indiana offensive lineman drafted since 2016 behind Jason Spriggs and Dan Feeney. Martin getting drafted made this the 6th straight year a Hoosier was drafted, while Indiana has had 10 players drafted since 2014. After the draft was over, more Hoosiers were taken as free agents. Lineman Brandon Knight is with the Dallas Cowboys, long snapper Dan Godsoll is with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Jonathan Crawford is with the Tennessee Titans. Remember to watch us live Tuesday evenings at 8:30 p.m. or subscribe to our podcast, The Hoosier Sound, wherever you listen to podcasts. If you like the transcript and links mentioned in today's show, head over to indianahq.com to check that out, in addition to all of their insightful articles. We will catch you next Monday, May 6th, for the next edition of the Hoosier Sound-Off. But, as always, thank you for listening, Hoosier Nation, and we'll see you next time.